People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, Purple Butterfly soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. And it's been 24 hours, and the Rainbow Squeeze Challenge soap is ready to cut. Or at least I hope so. So, I'm going to do that now, because I just simply can't wait anymore. Now, because of how loose the batter was to work, it took a couple of hours for it to, it still was very liquid 3 hours in, so there was not going to be putting designs on there, so forth and so on. At that point, I was just worried about, is it going to set up? It doesn't seem to be getting hard, But anyway, I just went on ahead and put the mold on. So I have a flat top, no swirly-earlies and all that. But hey, if this comes out the way I think it's going to come out, no worries there either, because I can always go back and put a design on later with, the next version of this, so forth and so on. So, in the meantime, let's get this thing out of here. Well, let's make sure it's ready to come out. Nice. And it does not smell like lard. Yay. That was one of my main concerns, with it being an unscented soap, and then the main constituent was the fact that it was a lard soap, and I didn't put any fragrance oils in there. Basically, when the smell of the lard, which smells quite like melted bacon, got to be too much, I sprayed it with some peppermint. Actually, I'm going to do that again. In here I have water and peppermint oil, and a little bit of vinegar. That's what the V is for. But I figure if I put a fragrance oil in there, I might end up with another seeds, and that's exactly what I didn't want, especially since this time the colors were able to be blended and everything, and there was just not going to be any repeating on the color treatment that I put on there, so forth and so on. So, without further ado, let's get this out of here and see what we have. But like I said, it does not smell like lard. In fact, it had no scent whatsoever other than the little bit of peppermint I just sprayed. If it had a scent before that, I don't know about it, because my main concern is, man, that's going to smell like lard, and then, hey, I don't smell lard. So, a little trick I learned along the way. Butter knives come in handy for a lot of stuff, especially when you have edges that do not want to just fall in line where it's coming out. So I just get this right on the edge, slide it down, and it lifts up. And if it doesn't lift completely up, at least it lifts up enough where I can lift it and then get the rest of it off later, like with another piece of tape, and then just rub the new piece of tape on it and pull it straight up that way. Okie dokie. Now, and see, if you take your time, it comes off with no problem, but when you get impatient because you've been waiting on a particular soap or you're excited about it, then yeah, that makes it harder to get that off of there, because now you're rushing or you're pressing too hard and then you snap it. But it's all good. Now, like I said, it's solid here. Now my job is to find out if it's solid everywhere else. which is why I didn't get rid of this right off the bat, because that's going to be my protectant for the flip. Okay, doggy. Yep, that's how I do it. But when I use this method instead of the contact paper or the, ooh, that's a little crumbly, or the freezer paper, this fabric, shall we say, the pressing seal, is very strong, but it also